So this is a video where you can change the thumbnail by just leaving a comment. All you need to do is to publicly subscribe to the channel, write a comment with which country I should be in and which emotion I should have, and then once about every hour, a new comment is chosen at random and the thumbnail is automatically updated by my program. In the end, I'll try to go and recreate one of the most successful thumbnails in real life. The people who write the comment that result in the best thumbnail, the one that'll get the most views within a fixed period of time, will get a free t-shirt from my cool merch line at spaghettiroad.com with the country they choose. For example, a comment such as Happy Sebastian in Latvia will generate a thumbnail like this. I can't see how this could go wrong. To explain a bit more of the reason behind this, overall I really enjoy making YouTube videos. I get to travel and spend my time on the stuff I find the most interesting and interact with like-minded people. The only issue is that almost as important as making a good video is making an eye-catching thumbnail. You know, the small picture that goes with every video. Otherwise, most people just won't click it. It'll get completely buried by the YouTube algorithm and not get recommended to anybody. You can spend weeks on making a great video, but if the thumbnail isn't clickable, it doesn't matter at all. Back when I made my first flag video, I saw how other YouTubers made the thumbnails and decided to attempt the same style with an open mouth and a surprised face. And I must admit, it really worked. That thumbnail made the channel grow from 537 subscribers to about 40,000 in just a week. From my experience, oversaturated colors, exaggerated facial expressions, and a bit of obnoxious text and arrows seems to work the best. I know it looks a bit silly, and it might even make my channel look a bit less serious, or scare potential viewer off at times. But it's a trade-off I really have to make in order to survive in the current YouTube climate. Luckily, I have an unspoken implicit deal with the viewers of this channel that I have to make these thumbnails, but I also try to make every video live up to the title and the thumbnail, which I think it's pretty fair. The only problem is, making the thumbnails is my least favorite part of the process. Taking a million stupid selfies of yourself like these is a bit awkward. And when you can't take the picture yourself, it's even more awkward to ask your friend to cover you in flags, photograph you while you lie down and make dumb faces. But I guess that's what good friends are for. And it turned out okay, I guess. Anyway, recently I noticed that the slightly more popular YouTuber, MrBeast, just reused the same photo again and again on his thumbnails. And I think that's a terrific idea. That would greatly reduce the amount of work I have to do. But instead of just reusing the photo, I figured why not make a program that could generate the entire thumbnail for me. No more awkward selfies, no more adding outline or text in Photoshop. The only issue is, I don't know if a computer could come up with the initial idea for the video and the thumbnail. But I'm certain that the community around this channel have much better ideas than me. I know I have been a bit slow at uploading, but I guess if I had the world's first completely automated thumbnail generator with crowdsourced ideas, I could focus my time more efficiently on other procrastination tasks and still not upload faster. But anyway, it would be easier for me. Another benefit of being automated is it could even measure views, likes and comments and scientifically determine in real time which thumbnail performs the best, without me having to do anything. Anyway, here are the 10 easy steps to building such a thing. The first one is obviously setting your color scheme to a cool dark tone. The second is getting a nice background for the thumbnails. If I'd have to travel to every country to take a picture, the project might be a bit more time consuming than what I'd save in the end. So I just went to Google and typed royalty-free pictures from every country, and I found this page, Unsplash. I, by the way, didn't know it before, and this is not sponsored in any way, but they have a lot of incredible, beautiful pictures, much better than what I could ever take myself. After checking through the terms of service, it seems my purpose is completely fine. Then you just write a small Python program that can search the webpage automatically and download a photo for you. Luckily, all the pictures have quite a few tags, which will be really helpful later in organizing everything. I also figured I don't want a thumbnail that can get me into trouble with the YouTube guidelines, so I made my program skip any controversial tags automatically. Since there's literally tens of thousands of pictures, it's much better to disregard too many than too few. I also decided to make my script download the author's name. Technically, you don't need to write explicit photo credits according to their terms of service, but I do want to support whoever took the photo I'll be using, so I might as well add it. Next you need to code something to resize the pictures to match the thumbnail dimensions. I decided to just crop them in the middle and hope they turn out fine, but let's write a line of code that disregards those photos with the tallest aspect ratios that needs the most cropping. Step 4. A big part of a thumbnail is the exaggerated faces. Unfortunately, no picture library exists of my face. Or maybe fortunately, actually. Anyway, so we'll have to make that. Again, I just went to Google and searched for emotions. I found this chart with all the best emotions you can have. I think it's made to teach kids about them, but anyway. Then I just began taking over the top pictures of myself with each emotion. The next is the most boring process in the world. I hate it. Anyway, somehow get the background cut out. Afterwards, I made my script paste me on the background. Actually, before pasting, I should figure out a way to make the outline. I considered this problem for about 9 minutes before I did what any sane programmer would do. I just went to Google and then to Stack Exchange and then copy and pasted this guy's method. Looks pretty good. Now it's time to find a way for the program to retrieve the YouTube comments. The YouTube API is perfect for this. Before this part, again, I spent a lot of time reading the terms of service to make sure I didn't break any rules, since, after all, I live off YouTube right now. Anyway, the API is pretty well documented, so this part was almost frighteningly easy. Any coder will know that if stuff works the first time, it's scary. I'm still waiting to see where I messed up. Let's also have a check to see if people are publicly subscribed to the channel. I think it's fair to give the community around the channel a head start to the front of the line in this project, but let's also make sure that we consider every remaining comment afterwards. And we'll also write an additional rule that only one comment per account in a given interval is considered, to avoid anybody trying to spam. Now we save the comments and the usernames and all that data to a CSV file, so we know who should get the free t-shirt later. Actually, let's just straight away also add a part that updates the description of the video and ranks the 10 best performing commenters and the views they got. Oh, let's also make the program add a link to my Instagram at SpaghettiRoadOfficial, to my Patreon, Spaghetti Road, and to my incredible merch line at SpaghettiRoad.com. I guess why not have the program block me? Now it's time for probably the hardest part, to make the program actually understand the comments. It's truly incredible how the field of natural language processing has made computers understand text and do things that straight up sounded like science fiction just a few years ago. The future is truly now. Anyway, we're not going to use any of that. We'll just simply compare keywords and hope we get something useful. The first part of this step is figuring out what the country in the background should be. I made a database and downloaded a lot of lists, such as every country in the world. By the way, I'm not looking for an argument about what is and isn't a country. I just found a random list on Wikipedia with ISO codes. I also found a list for the biggest cities, the most visited ones, and the world's 102 most famous landmarks, according to this random list. First of all, let's require that there's a country in the comment. Then we add a bit of weighting for the remaining keywords to get rid of some of the trivial ones. In this case, something resembling a sigmoid function, the length of the word, and we see which background matches the best. After a few tests, if I write Sebastian is by the sea in Egypt, I am indeed by the sea in Egypt. If I write Sebastian is by the pyramids in Egypt, I go to the pyramids in Egypt instead. So no reason to make it more sophisticated. Yeah, I know this is a pretty sloppy solution, but this is a Bazel channel, not a programming channel. For my facial expressions, let's just search for the terms on the list of the emotions and name them accordingly. Next, let's give people the option to add some extra stuff, such as an outline, some more contrast, the stupid arrow, maybe some filters, and that sort of thing. For the arrow, let's just see if the word arrow is in the text and slap it on somewhere with an angle randomly. If you want to add multiple things, then let's cut the string by periods and exclamation marks. So add an arrow, period, and a green outline. Oh yeah, we need to teach our program the colors. Here's a list of colors on Wikipedia. That should be more than enough for our purposes. So now you can type any of these colors. Let's test what we get from Sebastian is angry in a temple in Japan, period, with an arrow, exclamation mark, use a purple filter, period. That works well enough. Honestly, this worked a lot better than I expected, so I'm pretty thrilled now. For stuff like saturation, let's put some common adjectives like a little or a lot, and then give them some completely arbitrary numerical values. Who anyway knows how to rank a lot, much, plenty of, and a nauseating portion of saturation? We'll do the exact same for contrast. Let's also add an option to add my logo by writing stickman or logo. Actually, let's make it opt-out instead, so it's added unless people write no logo. It seems what we're doing right now is making the world's worst and least robust scripting language for making YouTube thumbnails. Wall of this Lufamut for short. I doubt it's Turing complete. Anyway, I might have to add some features and improve on Wall-of after releasing the video, when I see which comments it can and can't understand. Lastly, I set up a very professional server and then use the YouTube API to update the thumbnail every hour. And I think that's about it. So go ahead, please leave a comment and help me test out the system. To be honest, there's a chance that YouTube will update the API at some point and this project will completely break down, but for now it should work. I'm looking forward to sending out a couple of t-shirts for the best thumbnails. I'll send out the very first one in 10 days and then more later. For recreating the thumbnail, I want to let the project run for at least a bit of time to be sure that a great one is chosen, but then I'll do it. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. If you're not new to this channel, then just thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. If you want to reach out to me, my Instagram is SpaghettiRoadOfficial. Thank you, all the best, take care.